Today I want to cover issue 1 of Star Wars Darth Maul, Son of Dathomir. Look, this entire miniseries is a continuation of the television series Star Wars The Clone Wars. It's part of what would have been season 6 if it would have came out, been animated, all that blah blah blah, you know. It would have been part of season 6. It's the Darth Maul story arc that follows him getting defeated by Sidious on Mandalore, where Sidious kills Savage Opress and then captures Maul, and he tells him, I got other plans for you, right? So these are those other plans. So we'll start it off here. You see the cover. It's a beauty. Son of Dathomir. Of course, we got the crawl. Now, from what I understand, this would have been a 4-part arc in the Clone Wars. So think of each of these comic books, each singular comic book as like a episode, of the Clone Wars. It would have been like a four-part arc, So yeah, part 1, Into the Abyss. Darth Maul has constructed a vast criminal syndicate known as the Shadow Collective, gathering the galaxy's most feared crime lords. The Black Sun, the Pikes, and even the Mighty Hutts have fallen in line behind the Dark Warrior. Building a base of operations on the corrupt planet of Mandalore, Maul plotted revenge against his many enemies. But Maul's lust for power and conquest has drawn a great enemy upon him, his former master, Darth Sidious. Judging Maul as a threat to his own design, Sidious defeated his former apprentice, ruthlessly murdering Maul's brother Savage Opress and leaving Maul beaten but, curiously, still alive. And as we can see, the script is by Jeremy Barlow, pencils Juan Frigeri, inks Mauro Vargas, colors Wes Azayaba. If I'm pronouncing these wrong, my bad. Lettering Michael Hessler, cover art Chris Scalf, designer Rick DeLuca, assistant editor Freddie Lenz, editor Randy Stratley. This is part of the Rise of the Empire, 1000 to 0 years before the Battle of Yavin. Of course, this is published by Dark Horse Comics. Cool little fact, this is actually at the time Dark Horse's last comic for Star Wars before it went over to Marvel, but it was the first comic of the new official canon. So it was pretty cool that at the time Dark Horse's last comic would be the first comic of the official new canon. This right here triggers a lot of people. This word right here on the left. Bam! Stygian Prime, secret prison. So, what's cool is that this prison is actually the same one that we see in Star Wars Rebels, y'all. Where Master Luminara Unduli, she's taken and killed. We see that episode, I think it's Rise of the Old Masters in season 1 of Rebels. Maul's still talking that mess, It's a true Sith, man. True. Hey, Maul ain't no joke. Maul ain't no joke, y'all. I'm telling y'all. That's why he's one of my favorite characters. The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels made Darth Maul my favorite character. This is such a power flex right here by Sidious. He had Dooku walk in there on purpose. He's like, "You summoned me, Master?" "Ah, yes. I sure did, Count Dooku." Boy, I swear, Darth Sidious lived for the mess and the drama. Of course, this is an interaction I think we've all wanted to see. So yeah, so this is all about Mother Talzin. All about Mother Talzin. You know, for Sidious's plans to go unopposed as Emperor of the Galaxy, he has to make sure he wipes out anybody who could, step up to him. You know. Cool little note right here. I feel like they're basically saying that Maul and Mother Talzin have a connection, and obviously that connection is her dark magics. So the fact that Maul's still alive is proof enough to Sidious that Talzin's still alive out there. Maul's alive, she's alive. Yeah, little Maul right here. First getting under Sidious's claws. So one thing I like about that entire interaction right there, Talzin is a threat to this dude, like he obviously is worried about her so much, that hell he's doing all this, we have yet to see the extent of Mother Talzin's power. Really, just the power of the Night Sisters in general. I think that's something that's so untapped right now that Star Wars really should dive into, the Night Sisters. Us expanded universe fans, of course, we know the Night Sisters, and then you got the Clone Wars fans, of course. We also know the Night Sisters as well. To all of us, who know the Night Sisters, the general audience, needs to be introduced to them. I think on screen, live action. They need to see the beauty of a faction like the Night Sisters, who are Darksiders, but they're nowhere near the Sith, because a lot of people just think dark side Sith, light side Jedi. There's so many more groups out there than just those two. Night Sisters being one of them, and I really hope that more people can come across Night Sisters and learn about their lore. And of course, this is Gar Saxon and Rook Cass. This right here is one of my favorite interactions. This is something I feel like we've all wanted to see, right? Darth Maul and Darth Tyrannus. Here it is, right here. We would have seen it season 6. Oh man, we would have seen it, y'all. But unfortunately, we didn't. As you can see, here it is in full. I'll go over it, but man, this is a beauty. Imagine seeing this animated. Imagine seeing this animated. Maul never really respected Dooku. There's a episode, I want to say in season 5, he calls Dooku, he's like, in this Sith pretender Dooku. So he doesn't really respect him. I think it's because he's a former Jedi. Shout out to everyone reading this in Sir Christopher Lee's voice, the legend. Musician too, by the way. Check out his music. Like, no joke. I ain't even capping. Like, dude is like making rock albums at like 90 years old. I'm not even bullshit. I'm not even BSing, bro. And again, we could have seen all this if the Clone Wars was never canceled. Unfortunately, it was at the time. It was obviously brought back, but these episodes were never made. But I'm glad we got it in comic book form. See if some of y'all notice what's going on here. Any connections or references. Back to Gar Saxon. In Clone Wars and Rebels, he's actually played by Ray Stevenson, who recently passed away. R.I.P. Sucks, man. Rook cast. I recently saw on the internet. Man, the internet's full of crazy stuff, bro. So I recently saw a lot of people think Rook cast right here is the armorer. I don't see it, but yeah, whatever. My boy ain't dumb. He like level 3. In the level 7. Let's see what this is done. Where are those droidekas? Master Destroyers. This would have been a cool sequence, man. To see, I'm telling you. Can you imagine seeing this? Bunch of Mandalorian super commandos breaking Darth Maul out of a prison. Kicking battle droids' butts, you know? Man, where's Sam Witwer at? We need him to read this comic series. I wonder if Ray Stevenson would have already been Gar Saxon whenever this was all made. You know, if he was already planned to be Gar Saxon. Just wondering. I wonder things like that, you know? Rookcast has some pretty cool armor. Yeah, that's how they break this dude out of Stygian, right? So, like I said, this is after he fights Sidious on Mandalore in Season 5 in the Lawless, I believe it is. And he's captured. Sidious takes him to this prison. The Mandalorians, they break him out, as you see. Should we follow them, sir? Roger, roger. Sometimes I feel bad for these dim-witted battle droids. Some General Grievous action. Grievous is one of my favorite characters, man. Dude's a bad man. He's awesome, you know. People hate on him all they want. I don't care, man. Grievous always been cool to me. This is one of the things I hate that we didn't get animated. Grievous and his battle droids attacking Maul and his forces, you know? And Almec, of course, the Prime Minister from the Clone Wars show. Seasons like 2 when we first saw him. They even recovered the Darksaber form, you know, because after Sidious defeated him, Sidious didn't even care about the Darksaber. He didn't even give it any attention. Didn't even look at it probably, you know. Just dipped, left that thing there, you know. Almec and the Mandalorian Super Commandos, they picked it up, gave it back to Maul. Simple as that. Right there. That's how you got it back. And of course, Mandalorians, they love to fight, so he's giving them what they want. Would love to see this chant. It's funny because this is General Grievous was about to rain hellfire on Maul and his forces. On my Facebook page, Star Wars Guru Facebook page, I do these. I post these videos, like not videos, but like pictures of verses, and I put Mandalorians versus Night Sisters. A bunch of people were saying, "Well, if the Night Sisters were defeated by General Grievous and his battle droids, and the Mandalorians would of course beat them." I'm like, please, the Mandalorians got their butts kicked by General Grievous and the battle droids too. Like, you see it right here. Happen to the Night Sisters, and it's gonna happen to the Mandalorians. So that doesn't mean nothing to me when you say that. Mandalorians got their butts kicked by some tin cans too. Cause dude, it's crazy. There's too many of them. I don't care how bad as a fighter you are. There are too many of them. When you're outnumbered, you're outnumbered. Like, it don't matter, you know. And that's what people fail to realize about the droids. When they ask, you know, how can you get beat by these stupid droids? Yeah, they're stupid droids, but man, when there are like 500 of them and there's only 2 of you, you about to die, and you about to get killed by some stupid droids, and that sucks. You know? People don't realize that though. Or they do and they just forget it. I don't know. But yeah, this battle, the Battle of Zambar, bro, would have been so lit to see on the screen. We were robbed. Why? We were robbed, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Look at this. Look at these Mandalorians. Hold on. Let me hit this. Hold on. Look at these Mandalorians, y'all. And Maul leading them, front of the line. Like a true leader, true general. Maul putting in that work with that Darksaber though. Typical Grievous, talking mad lip, but then tell us somebody, go beat him up real quick. Look at that dude. I'm gonna jump in after though. Grievous is my boy though. We would have got Magna Guards and Maul. We would have saw this dude, Mr. Unnamed Mandalorian Commando, with your little Halo gun. Look at this. Maul over here going hard. This, man, season 6 of the Clone Wars would have been sick, y'all. And then my boy here, he gonna call out Grievous. And Grievous actually obliged, you know. I was like, what's up? My boy said, pull up. Grievous pulled up. Grievous pulled up. Said, what up? And then, this is what we were robbed of, y'all. And it looks like we would have got this the first episode of the story arc. Grievous. Darth Maul. Right there, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. We're going back. We're going back. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We were robbed of that. And I'm mad. I'm mad. Even Grievous knows it. He's like, your army is skilled, but my forces are unending. Like, that's why Grievous is such a force to be reckoned with. And look at these droids. Knock this dude's helmet off. You see that? Look at that. But yeah, just like the Night Sisters, though. I just want to point that out there. So if you're watching this, and if you wanted to know that I was hating on the Night Sisters and that in the comments section because they got their butts kicked by some battle droids. Look at that. Look at that dude. They done blew this dude's helmet off. Look at that. Come at me with that. That bull. Look at that. even Maul's like, look at that. Time to dip. This battle would have been sick. Go back to this real quick. It reminds me of when Qui-Gon jumped on the ship and episode 1, The Phantom Menace, whenever he was battling Maul. Funny enough. And, he got picked up by Obi-Wan and all of them in his ship. Reminds me of that. And they had to dip. That was a hell of an issue, to be honest with you. Son of Dathomir probably would have been one of my favorite episodes of the Clone Wars series. But there you have it. Next we'll do Son of Dathomir Part 2. So be on the lookout for that. And I'm out. Leave a comment. Let me know what comic series you would like me to do after I do Son of Dathomir. I'll let your boy find me on Facebook, the Star Wars Guru. You can also find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram, all that. I'll let your boy.